Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. Guys, before we get this episode started, I just want to say that I truly appreciate each and every one of my subscribers, and those of you that are not subscribed that peek in from time to time. Guys, we all come from different cuts of life, guys. We've all been in some of the worst situations it is. Some of us has experienced the best of situations and fallen down. But one thing I want you guys to always remember, and that is, you can transform your life into whatever it is you want. All it takes is consistency and be truthful to yourself, guys. So with that, guys, let's talk about Zebec. Guys, I got some things to talk about with Zebec, some things I saw. And one thing I realized today, and this is going to be crazy, one thing that I like probably almost more than Zebec, go figure, right? And that is, and I'm going to jump up here and show you this. That is a Zebec deal. Look at where we at, guys. Down, let's refresh this. Down 12.8%. for, I believe we're on the 7-day. Let's look at the 24-hour, and we're only down, what, 8.3%. So look at this, guys, stagnant. You know, I don't think this is bad, though. This is giving people an opportunity to jump in. But there's a reason that I like that, and it is because a lot of people don't understand Zebec still. And those who do, they're kind of iffy and like, man, I don't know. What if it fall even further? And some of this FUD that's out here that's talking about Zebec, what if people are just dumping it and it is a scam? There's a lot of that out there. Well, remember what I said. Do your own research. Know what you hold. But we're going to talk about some things, something that's coming up next week with Zebec, that I believe if the right thing is said, some things that we are expecting, guys, hold on to your seats. Put a seatbelt on, strap up, put on a helmet, because we might be in for a ride of our life. Because for one, it's July. Things are bound to look up this summer, right? We was expecting that. So that's what we're going to take a look at, guys, as I'm going to hopefully get you as excited as I am. This is your first time here to Grow Rich, Grow Happy, guys. I am Mr. Foresight, and I am here to change your mindset, because I believe that the internal battle or war that we all have in us, self-talk, negative self-talk, maybe the wrong set of friends in the wrong circles, those are the things keeping you back from that best dream life that you have always wanted to reach. I believe if you can conquer self, then all of that will just fall into place, guys. We do it by way here with cryptocurrency because we know that this is just where it's at. We know that with crypto, you can change your life a lot faster than you can in any other asset. So I'm here to bring you news, facts, and things that I feel like you should know about your crypto investments. So if this sounds like a channel for you, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos. Now we're going to jump straight over here and we're going to talk about what's going on with Zebec. Now we all know the day was over at that Ethereum community meeting or something. It was a community gathering over in France, and I want to talk about that because I want to talk about something that I saw. But before I do that, I'm going to jump over here and tell you the big news with Zebec first. So I'm over here on my X account. If you're not following me on X, guys, make sure you do. If it doesn't have it's at Mr. Foresight 64, but if it doesn't have this blue check here, it's not me. So we're going to scroll down here and I'm going to get back to Miss Crypto Queen here. She's put some things here that look mighty juicy when it comes to Zebec. So we're going to jump down here because this is the spaces that I want you guys to look at. And I even put this on my page. Let me like on my own stuff because I'm like that. But I'm expecting a packed house for this one. This is what I say. Everybody better set their reminders. And yes, even the haters, because I know the haters are going to be in there. But listen, tune in next week. This was on the Zebec's official page. Zebec Ecosystem Spaces Roadmap and Super App updates, guys. This is going to be on July 9th, which is next Wednesday at 9:00 a.m. I am pretty sure this is going to be a packed house and make sure, guys, again, we always talk about buy the rumor, sell the news. Well, everyone knows that these spaces that they have are usually packed. They usually drop some really good clues and gems on plans that they have, and those that are tuned to the crypto space and they understand how investments work know that if the right thing is said, like maybe a partnership with Ripple or something, or maybe something else that we haven't even thought about, something like that is talked about, then we're going to see this price elevate and hopefully take us to some of these prices right here. That Crypto Queen, she says my top 3 cryptos of 2025, and Zebec was right here. But look what she said about Zebec. She says current price, we're actually below this now, aren't we? Yeah, we're below this right now. But she says the base target is 10 cent, base likelihood 70 to 80%. So there's 70 to 80% chance of reaching this. But she says the bull target is 25 cent with a 40 to 50% chance of working there. I like all these odds. I honestly do. But again, what do we know? Extreme blow off target would be $1. And you know I am that dollar. Extreme likelihood 20%, which is not bad. Circulating supply 81 billion, which is great considering we have a max supply of 100 billion. So it's all pretty much out there. But here's the thing I want you guys to check out. If you jump over here, I was looking at these guys right here, XDB on chain, which is a real world blockchain for brands and consumers. Look what they posted. So we know where they are. They said they're over here at this Ethereum event, which is over. And now you remember, Cointelegraph and Zebec put this together. Ripple, all of these guys were over there. But check this out. They said we're over here with our friends at Zebec headquarters. Good vibes, great convo, and even better people. Check this out. A chill gathering where we shared partnerships, next steps, talked real world assets, and connected with builders who believe in growing stronger together. Huge potential. So we can already see something that's probably coming out of this partnership with them. But if you look here, guys, look at this shindig right here. They're getting it on. I wish I was over there. And you look here, look, must be the mansion that they had it at. Man, it looks like a lot of good things that they're talking about over there. But here's the thing. Now, I want to jump back over here, because if you look over here, guys, what we're looking at here, notice they said they're going to have the roadmap and the super app updates, which are coming. Now, this is important because here's the thing. When it comes to decentralized services and people being able to use their crypto in regular everyday settings, due to a lot of the software, some of the tools and different things, but it's still an underserved community, which is why Zebec really exists with their cards and whatnot, because it makes it easier to spend your crypto. But check this out. Their super app, what they have coming is, from what I understand, everything is in that app. Your real-time pay, ways to move money a lot faster. So they've been in development and talking about this for a while now. I remember when they first brought it up in one of the X spaces and everybody was getting hyped about it. I think this is going to be huge when it does come out. From everything I was looking at, they're looking at probably the end of this year, but I'm sure we'll find out here soon with them. Hopefully it is sooner. And I think now with them and their commercial going mainstream, with everyday people, I think, and you guys I always talk about the divide between age ranges and cryptocurrency. You have a lot of Gen Z on one side, and you have a lot of people from 50 and up that are opposed to crypto because they are afraid of it. Well, I think, me personally, my opinion, not financial advice, I just think Zebec is a great investment for me because they look to narrow that gap between the two. Because again, what do Gen Z and these older generation of people have in common? Pay, getting their paychecks, and being able to have your paycheck around the clock 24/7. I don't think anyone can look at that as a scam. Actually, they can look at that as a benefit and a win for them and their families. So I think we have to be ready. And the reason I talked about this right here, guys, the reason I talked about this price is, you know, if you're part of the Grow Rich, Grow Happy community, you already know where I'm going with this. So I'm going to look here because I love doing this. I don't know, I'm addicted to this. And how much your money can buy. You can get 32,195 of these right now. Now, if I look at this and I'm looking at the news event coming up next Wednesday, we know this, considering that trip they just had over to France, I think they're still there, but I think they're there all week. But considering that and all of the people that they are talking to, and remember, it's kind of like golfing. More business gets done in a leisure setting. Can you imagine the people that was at this event? And Zebec is already larger than life and growing with Circle. Guys, can you imagine what they probably got to tell us on that particular day? Now, regardless if it's what you want to hear that day or not, we do know that it is going to be bullish news either way you look at it. So I just think we have to be prepared for anything, guys. Now, I know I always use the example of $100, but guess what? You don't have to just use $100. You can use $20. You could buy technically $10 worth of an asset. The point is that you make sure that you get in before news like this coming next week actually happens. And then if it doesn't happen and they don't say the things that you are looking for, like maybe something about Ripple, still you're in at a great time. Not financial advice, guys, but we have to understand, just because there's no news being put out, they've been quiet, but now that they've already said that they're having a Spaces next week to basically update us, why not prepare for that in advance? And it doesn't take a lot of money. That's just how I deal with things. Now, guys, one more thing I wanted to ask community. Whatever happened to the Zebec Partnership X page? I've been looking for it and I can't find it. It was the page that they used to use to promote all of the new partnerships that they had. It went away. I don't know if it was renamed or what, but I can't find it. You guys let me know down below if you got any, if you know where it's at. With that said, guys, let's prepare for anything next week, because I believe personally it's going to be big, whatever happens. I'm out.